4. Russian government links to and contacts with the Trump campaign. The office identified multiple contacts, quote, links, end quote, in the words of the appointment order, between Trump campaign officials and individuals with ties to the Russian government. The office investigated whether those contacts constituted a third avenue of attempted Russian interference with or influence on the 2016 presidential election. In particular, the investigation examined whether these contacts involved or resulted in coordination or a conspiracy with the Trump campaign and Russia, including, with respect to Russia, providing assistance to the campaign in exchange for any sort of favorable treatment in the future. Based on the available information, the investigation did not establish such coordination. This section describes the principal links between the Trump campaign and individuals with ties to the Russian government, including some contacts with campaign officials or associates that have been publicly reported to involve Russian contacts. Each subsection begins with an overview of the Russian contact at issue and then describes in detail the relevant facts, which are generally presented in chronological order, beginning with the early months of the campaign and extending through the post-election transition period. A. Campaign period, September 2015 to November 8, 2016. Russian government-connected individuals and media entities began showing interest in Trump's campaign in the months after he announced his candidacy in June 2015. Footnote: for example, on August 18, 2015, on behalf of the editor-in-chief of the internet newspaper Vzglyad, Georgy Asatryan emailed campaign press secretary Hope Hicks asking for a phone or in-person candidate interview. August 18, 2015, email, Asatryan to Hicks. One day earlier, the publication's founder and former Russian parliamentarian, Konstantin Rykov, had registered two Russian websites, Trump2016.ru and DonaldTrump2016.ru. No interview took place. End of footnote. Because Trump's status as a public figure at the time was attributable in large part to his prior business and entertainment dealings, this office investigated whether a business contact with Russia-linked individuals and entities during the campaign period, the Trump Tower Moscow Project, see Volume 1, Section 4, A1, Infra, led to or involved coordination of election assistance. Outreach from individuals with ties to Russia continued in the spring and summer of 2016, when Trump was moving toward and eventually becoming the Republican nominee for president. As set forth below, the office also evaluated a series of links during this period. Outreach to two of Trump's then recently named foreign policy advisors, including a representation that Russia had, quote, dirt, end quote, on Clinton in the form of thousands of emails. Volume 1, Sections 4A2 and 4A3. Dealings with a DC-based think tank that specializes in Russia and has connections with its government. Volume 1, Section 4A4. A meeting at Trump Tower between the campaign and a Russian lawyer promising dirt on candidate Clinton that was, quote, part of Russia and its government's support for Trump, end quote. Volume 1, Section 4A5. Events at the Republican National Convention, Volume 1, Section 4A6. Post-convention contacts between Trump campaign officials and Russia's ambassador to the United States, Volume 1, Section 4A7. And contacts through campaign chairman Paul Manafort, who had previously worked for a Russian oligarch and a pro-Russian political party in Ukraine, Volume 1, Section 4A8. 1. Trump Tower Moscow Project. The Trump Organization has pursued and completed projects outside the United States as part of its real estate portfolio. Some projects have involved the acquisition and ownership, through subsidiary corporate structures, of property. In other cases, the Trump Organization has executed licensing deals with real estate developers and management companies, often local to the country where the project was located. Footnote: see, for example, interview of Donald J. Trump, Jr., Senate Judiciary Committee, 115th Congress, 151 to 52, September 7, 2017, discussing licensing deals of specific projects. End of footnote. Between at least 2013 and 2016, the Trump Organization explored a similar licensing deal in Russia involving the construction of a Trump-branded property in Moscow. The project, commonly referred to as a, quote, Trump Tower Moscow, end quote, or, quote, Trump Moscow, end quote, project, anticipated a combination of commercial, hotel, and residential properties, all within the same building. Between 2013 and June 2016, several employees of the Trump Organization, including then-president of the organization, Donald J. Trump, pursued a Moscow deal with several Russian counterparties. From the fall of 2015 until the middle of 2016, Michael Cohen spearheaded the Trump Organization's pursuit of a Trump Tower Moscow project, including by reporting on the project's status to candidate Trump and other executives in the Trump Organization. Footnote: as noted in Volume 1, Section 3, D. 1, Supra, in November 2018, Cohen pleaded guilty to making false statements to Congress concerning, among other things, the duration of the Trump Tower Moscow project. See Information, Paragraph 7A, United States versus Michael Cohen, Southern District, New York, November 29, 2018. Document 2, quote, Cohen Information, end quote. End of footnote. A. Trump Tower Moscow venture with the Crocus Group, 2013 to 2014. The Trump Organization and the Crocus Group, a Russian real estate conglomerate owned and controlled by Adas Agalatov, began discussing a Russia-based real estate project shortly after the conclusion of the 2013 Miss Universe pageant in Moscow. Footnote: see interview of Donald J. Trump, Jr., Senate Judiciary Committee, 115th Congress, 13, September 7, 2017. Quote, following the pageant, the Trump Organization and Mr. Agalatov's company, Crocus Group, began preliminary discussion potential real estate projects in Moscow, end quote. As has been widely reported, the Miss Universe pageant, which Trump co-owned at the time, was held at the Agalatov-owned Crocus City Hall in Moscow in November 2013. Both groups were involved in organizing the pageant, and Adas Agalatov's son, Emin, was a musical performer at the event, which Trump attended. End of footnote. Donald J. Trump, Jr. served as the primary negotiator on behalf of the Trump Organization. Emin Agalatov, son of Adas Agalatov, and Irakli, quote, Ike, end quote, Kavaladze, represented the Crocus Group during negotiations. Footnote: Kavaladze, November 16, 2017, 302, at 2, 4-6. Text blacked out, marked Grand Jury, OSC-KAV_00385, December 6, 2013. Email, Trump Jr. to Kavaladze and E. Agalatov. End of footnote. With the occasional assistance of Robert Goldstone. Footnote. Text blacked out, marked Grand Jury. End of footnote. In December 2013, Kavaladze and Trump Jr. negotiated and signed preliminary terms of an agreement for the Trump Tower Moscow project. Footnote. Text blacked out, marked Grand Jury. End of footnote. On December 23, 2013, after discussions with Donald J. Trump, the Trump Organization agreed to accept an arrangement whereby the organization received a flat 3.5% commission on all sales, with no licensing fees or incentives. Footnote: OSC-KAV_00452, December 23, 2013. Email: Trump Jr. to Kavaladze and E. Agalatov. End of footnote. The parties negotiated a letter of intent during January and February 2014. Footnote: See, for example, OSC-KAV_01158, letter agreement signed by Trump Jr. and E. Agalatov. OSC-KAV_01147, January 20, 2014. Email: Kavaladze to Trump Jr. and others. End of footnote. From January 2014 through November 2014, the Trump Organization and Crocus Group discussed development plans for the Moscow project. Sometime before January 24, 2014, the Crocus Group sent the Trump Organization a proposal for an 800-unit, 194-meter building to be constructed at an Agalatov-owned site in Moscow called, quote, Crocus City, end quote, which had also been the site of the Miss Universe pageant. Footnote: See, for example, OSC-KAV_00972, October 14, 2014. Email: McGee to Koo and others. Email from Crocus Group contractor about specifications. OSC-KAV_00540, January 24, 2014. Email: McGee to Trump Jr. and others. End of footnote. In February 2014, Ivanka Trump met with Amin Agalatov and toured the Crocus City site during a visit to Moscow. Footnote: See OSC-KAV_00631, February 5, 2014. Email: E. Agalatov to Ivanka Trump, Trump Jr., and Kavaladze. Goldstone Facebook post, February 4, 2014, 8:01 a.m. Text blacked out, marked investigative technique. End of footnote. From March 2014 through July 2014, the groups discussed, quote, design standards, end quote, and other architectural elements. Footnote: See, for example, OSC-KAV_00791, June 3, 2014. Email: Kavaladze to Trump Jr. and others. OSC-KAV_00799, June 10, 2014. Email: Trump Jr. to Kavaladze and others. OSC-KAV_00817, June 16, 2014. Email: Trump Jr. to Kavaladze and others. End of footnote. For example, in July 2014, members of the Trump Organization sent Crocus Group counterparties questions about the, quote, demographics of these prospective buyers, end quote, in the Crocus City area, the development of neighboring parcels in Crocus City, and concepts for redesigning portions of the building. Footnote: OSC-KAV_00870, July 17, 2014. Email: Koo to McGee and others. End of footnote. In August 2014, the Trump Organization requested specifications for a competing Marriott-branded tower being built in Crocus City. Footnote: OSC-KAV_00855, August 4, 2014. Email: Koo to McGee and others. End of footnote. Beginning in September 2014, The Trump Organization stopped responding in a timely fashion to correspondence and proposals from the Crocus Group. Footnote: OSC-KAV_00903, September 29, 2014. Email: Tropea to McGee and Cavaladze, noting last response was on August 26, 2014. OSC-KAV_00906, September 29, 2014. Email: Cavaladze to Tropea and McGee, suggesting silence, quote, proves my fear that those guys are bailing out of the project, end quote. OSC-KAV_00972, October 14, 2014. Email: McGee to Koo and others. Email from Crocus Group contractor about development specifications. End of footnote. Communications between the two groups continued through November 2014 with decreasing frequency. What appears to be the last communication is dated November 24, 2014. Footnote: OSC-KAV_01140, November 24, 2014. Email: Koo to McGee and others. End of footnote. The project appears not to have developed past the planning stage, and no construction occurred.